Welcome to Love Liaisons, the ultimate deep dive into the highs and lows and hilarities of modern relationships. I am Kathryn.
And I'm Marina, and we'll be your love liaisons. So pour yourself a nice glass of wine.
Or a hot cup of tea, and let's dive in. So, Marina, I really want to hear what happened with your little getaway with your gentleman friend.
Yeah, so I didn't get away, but he certainly got away. And let, let me tell you, this has turned into a real life, are we dating the same guy scenario here that I did not expect.
Okay, well, first off, I'm so sorry to hear that. So tell me the tea. Tell me what's happening. What happened? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
girl, I need to have another sip of wine here.
Drink
Oh
that
my
wine,
God.
girl.
I'm like a few mugs into this. It's called Take It.
It's big.
Take It. Yeah, Take It. And this dry Chardonnay. And I've been taken, somebody's been taken. I've been taken for a fool. So here it is.
Wow, what a big wine bottle you have.
The more to drink you with, my dear.
Anyway, so
Okay. Okay.
tell me what happened.
Yeah. So I knew this guy for about a year and a half or so. We met in San Diego and had been seeing each other on and off, but he lives in a different state. He lives in Washington State. And we'd seen each other over the course of the past year and a half, 2 years, like conferences, travel. He came here, I went there, whatever. Then we got into a little fight and stopped talking to each other. Lo and behold, he popped up again and really wanted to start things up again. And we were talking, quite a lot. We actually have a lot of things in common. He teaches at a university, I'm a professor. Our kids are actually both in sports, and our kids are a similar ethnic mix as well. We've had both professional and, of course, personal romantic relationship, and this is a professional guy. So I thought, okay, well, maybe he's single now, single, looking to mingle with me again, wanting to start things up again. And he was really saying, when am I going to see you again? When can you come visit? When can you come visit? So we made plans, and
Mhm.
he actually bought me a ticket to Seattle to come visit him. And we were planning a nice trip until until I got this surprise messages, multiple messages and phone calls from this woman who claims to be his longtime serious girlfriend.
What?
Oh, yeah, yeah. This woman started blowing up my phone, telling me that she's a serious girlfriend. She found out about this trip. She actually found the ticket that he bought me online. And
Wow.
how? Well, apparently they were planning a trip together to Vegas or wherever, and they share like, Expedia, Travelocity, one of those travel sites. They have the passwords to each other's site and were working on the trip together. And he was stupid enough to book my ticket on their shared site. So she's going in to try to plan a trip to Vegas for them and says, wait a minute, why does this guy have a ticket for Marina coming to Seattle when I'm booking a trip for us to Vegas? And of course, she lost it and started questioning him. And I guess he was really evasive. So she had my name because my name and number were on the ticket. No, my name was on the ticket. So then I'm really easy to find. She basically found my Instagram and started messaging me from my Marina is Mindful Instagram. That's
Why?
well, why?
Why would she message you and not have a conversation with her boy?
She did. She did. And she did not get the answers that she wanted. So she wanted to go to the source and find out what's really happening. So yeah, I was surprised. She actually, when she started calling me and messaging me, it was like really urgent. Please call me back about this. She named him, and I didn't know what happened. Maybe there's an accident. Maybe I don't know who this person is. So I thought this was something urgent, like there's been an accident or something. I don't know who this person is.
So
Um,
what was she looking to accomplish with the phone call with you? Just to say, to confirm? So she
Yeah.
knows to leave him because he's a cheater, or what was she looking to accomplish?
Apparently, he had told her that I'm like just a friend or a colleague, which I'm not. We were also friends, and I did some editing for him. I helped him with recommendations and things like that. But no, I was not his colleague. I was his lover for on and off for a while. I wouldn't say he was my serious boyfriend. No, but we were definitely in a adult romantic relationship kind of a thing. We didn't have like a title on it. We were just going to see what happens. I assumed that he was single, and I swear, I mean, I don't know, I don't have a written record of it, but I asked him for sure, "Are you single now?" And he said, "Yes." Yeah, I know he's divorced, that
So
100%. I did not know he had this long-term serious girlfriend. She said she's known him for like 25 years, that she knew him even before he was married with kids, that he should have married her instead of his actual ex-wife. That's how far she went with this.
okay. So he was probably seeing her while he was married, so there's a theme here, and he's probably seeing multiple people. So she's basically living in what I call la la land, denial land, if she thinks he's going to all of a sudden stop seeing you, stop seeing the next woman, and just be faithful to her. This is not a faithful person. So that's really sad. And I mean, emotionally, she's probably feeling betrayed, embarrassed, angry. And if she's not, then there's a few bolts missing, with all due respect, but I'm so sorry that that happened. And when you were listening to her, what was going through your mind?
Honestly, I felt really bad for her. Like, I'm an empathetic person. She called me crying, wanting answers, wanting clarity, like begging me, please just tell me what's really going on. Please tell me, and please send me a screenshot like that I know he really was talking to you in a romantic way. And I was like, I'm a girl's girl. I believe women. I stand with women, I believe women, so I was like, "Damn, this guy, I can't believe it." But, again, this wasn't my husband, this wasn't
Wow.
like a serious long-term boyfriend or whatever, it was just somebody we were gonna see where it goes. But I assumed that he was single, and he told me he was single. So, yeah, I really felt bad for her. She was crying, wanting help. And then, so I did. I told her everything I know. I was like, hey, here's the truth. I would have never pursued or wanted to try to get back into something with this guy if I knew that he had a serious girlfriend. Oh, but here, get this. She lives in San Diego. She lives in North County. She's a
Wait, so
hairdresser in
she lives in
North
San Diego.
County.
So it's a long distance relationship, and she thinks that she's his girlfriend. Is that, I just want to make sure I understand.
Yes, yes. We both live in San Diego, except I'm in South San Diego. She's in North County. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So there's a theme here. He likes some San Diego women, maybe some more. But I guess where I'm surprised is, and this goes back to so many women, and it's not just women, men too. And I hate to say it. My mom used to say, Catherine, don't ever become lonely and desperate. But that's what it sounds like. She just doesn't want to hear it. She just wants the women out. You're the first woman, and she just wants him all to herself. But she's going to continuously fall into this trap. And he's the culprit. And as long as women, you allow men to do this to you, ultimately you're allowing yourself to be a victim, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. So I was really surprised. I thought when she first talked to me that she was so upset that she was going to leave this guy. But then it turned around. She went and called him and whatever, and then started messaging me like, so you're going to cancel your ticket. You're not going to go. At this point, I started to get strategic. I said, you know what? This ticket was a gift to me. I now own this ticket and I want to change it to maybe travel somewhere else. And we're not talking like this is
Okay.
our ticket to Paris. This is like a couple of $100. Like we're not talking about a ticket to Paris. This is like a
Right. No, I
ticket to
understand.
freaking to Seattle. So I'm thinking, you know what? I own this ticket now. I want to change it and I could fly wherever I want. Me and my son could go to San Francisco. We can go wherever we want. on this ticket that was supposed to be for me to go visit him that he bought me. So lo and behold, she starts going on about how I need to cancel the ticket. He needs to cancel the ticket. Am I still going? Am I still thinking of going? And on and on and on. And I just felt like I deserved the ticket. So anyway, she got him to cancel the ticket. At this point, he has not called me. At no point has he
Of
communicated
course
with me.
not.
And I was too upset at the time to even call him, and I was like, "You know what? Let her handle this, because clearly this means way more to her than it does to me." So,
Apparently.
yeah, so he canceled the ticket, and, I'm the kind of person that I'm not so reactive. I needed a little time to cool down, to figure out how I wanna respond, what I wanna say, and where I wanna go with this. So, I actually asked her, "So, are you guys, like, in an open relationship? Are you polyamorous? Are you" well, it's not E&M because it's not ethical. Clearly, he's non-monogamous, but the ethical part out the window because she didn't know, I didn't know, only he knew. So clearly that's not ethical. And she said, "No, no, it's just me and him."
Wow.
Like I said, "Girl, it's not just you and him. It's not just you and him. And there must be more. There must be others as well." I had a sense when I flew out and visited that something was going on, but I didn't know that that's what it was. I thought, maybe he's dating somebody else locally. That would make sense. He's a successful, good-looking, tall, dark, handsome kind of guy. It would make sense, but that he had another woman that he was leading on to think she was his serious girlfriend in San Diego. Like, he's visited me
Well,
in San Diego. What? I picked him up from the airport.
this is really literally, are
Whoa.
you dating the same guy? And then the thing of it
Absolutely.
is, why would you want to fight for a man that blatantly is lying to your face, who creates double lives, who puts women in emotional chaos? I mean, this is not a good person. This is a self absorbed person. I don't know what the psychological word is, but I mean,
Narcissist,
thank God you
maybe.
got out of this now.
Yeah.
You
I was
know, I
thinking,
mean,
I'm glad I dodged a bullet here because what if I started believing that this man really liked me? I could read the messages to him. Oh, can't wait to see you. Can't wait to, I'll give the PG version. Can't wait to see your big booty, all that sexy talk. This is not PG. The stuff he
you
wrote me
got
was
that.
not PG at all.
Okay, I don't need to know all that.
Right.
Well, you definitely
Yeah.
deserve someone who doesn't need to hide you. No more hidden itineraries, no more emotional layovers, only direct flights to healthy love, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, why she would wanna still be with him? I even asked her, she said, "Well, we have a long history." It sounds like a long history of deceit because she told me that he cheated on her before. Oh, and we found out that he invited me to New York where he was teaching, and then we went to Niagara Falls. He was in upstate New York, we went to Niagara Falls. She almost lost it because she said a month before she went to visit him and he took her to Niagara Falls for her birthday, which was a month before I went to visit. So it's wild. This guy just has an itinerary and, rolls girls through that. So at this point, I have not heard anything from this guy. I had sent him a request that basically he compensate me $300 for the cost of the ticket he canceled on his end. I'm not even sure how he did it because it was all transferred to me then in my Delta flight account, but he managed to somehow cancel it to make it disappear. I wanted the amount of the ticket, and I wanted $100 compensation for all the time I spent consulting and consoling his supposed girlfriend and for all of the pain, emotional suffering, and last minute cancellation. And honestly, there's a precedent for this. Years ago, Mariah Carey was engaged and then she got broken up with. And she asked for $50 million for having her time wasted. And of course, they settled out of court for a couple of million. But I'm not asking for a couple of million. I just want The
Did
cost
he
of my
send the
ticket.
money?
No,
He's
I
not
sent a
going to.
request. Yeah, yeah. No, I could take this to small claims court. I don't know if I would win, but 100% they would ask us to be on one of those Judge Judy shows. And then the show, if he would oblige, the show would pay me the winnings. I think I would have a shot. That's how they get all those Judge
If you
Judy
wanna
shows.
invest if you wanna invest in that time, but yeah, this is the sad thing is, and it's horrible this happened to you, but the sad thing is this is happening to so many people, and if I could just say, like, people listening, please, men and women, be careful. If you feel in your gut something's not right, I hate to say do the background check, do all that, but unfortunately, this is where we're at today,
Mhm.
is we really need to check on people and just don't do anything with anyone unless you've found out tomorrow that the relationship was gonna end. Like, enjoy your life because there are no guarantees, and I mean that as a positive, not a negative, and I feel bad, honestly, for this lady because she's gonna
Mhm.
continuously be in this escapade. It's never gonna change, he's gonna continue to cheat on her, and honestly, I hope she's listening to this.
And I told her about this podcast. I even sent us the episode of Are You Dating the Same Guy from our podcast. I said, "This is wild. This is like the Are You Dating the Same Guy episode." And here's the thing, I've considered even posting him on Are You Dating the Same Guy, but I don't know if I would do it in San Diego or in Washington State because clearly
It's
this
all
guy,
over.
he's a veteran. He's a Navy veteran. Clearly, he's got a girl still in every port.
Oh,
And, I mean, in terms of background check, like,
okay.
yes, the person has a clean background in that way, but in terms of background of infidelity, that's hard to check. Yeah, you could fingerprint him. He works at a university. He's a retired cop and retired veteran. Yeah, that's all clean. He's not a criminal except of the heart.
Practice safe sex, everybody, and with that note, I'm gonna take a sip of my tea.
I'm gonna have another swig of my mug of wine.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.